This is my girlfriend Jackie at 8 years old. And despite having a brand new Barbie in her hand, she seems a little upset. And you might wonder, why is that? Well, the answer is...
Growing up, I always wanted a Groovy Girl, but I never got one. I always got Brats or Barbies, but I didn't want Barbies, I wanted Brats. But I always wanted a Groovy Girl and I never got one, and I never forgave my parents for that.
Well, in today's video, we're gonna be hunting for these. If you don't know, these are Groovy Girls. They came out around the year 2000, and these are Jackie's grail toy. We're gonna be hunting these down, and we're gonna surprise her with them. So let's go. All right, so it is officially day one of trying to find these Groovy Girls. It's kind of early in the morning. We're gonna start today. Just start old school. We're gonna go to some thrift stores and see if we can find these things by hand. Technically, today's our second day because we did go to the flea market yesterday, and as you can see, we found nothing. Now the mission officially starts, and Jackie has no idea. So let's go. So shortly after hitting up the first thrift is when I got the idea that this might end up being harder than I thought. It's just the first thrift, but you know, yeah, I'm not seeing much. Found this pretty cool vintage shirt that I might pick up. But as far as Groovy Girls, looks like stop number one is a bust. After finding nothing in the first store, I hopped in the car and headed a few minutes down the street to the next thrift store, hoping for some better luck. Not seeing much here either. Got some troll dolls, a Scooby-Doo, and yes, by the way, I do wash my hands after every time I get out of these. You don't know where these things have been. Oh, I thought that was a Wow Wow Wubsy. There's a little Mario. Little Mario looks off. Yep, I think good rule number 2 might also be a bust. Did find a High School Musical 3 brand new CD board game with this cool little carrying case. That's kind of neat. After this thrift store ended up being a bust, it became very repetitive very fast. New thrift, nothing. New thrift, nothing. New thrift, nothing. You get it. So I soon decided that I might have to take a different approach to this. So now I think it's time to hit up an antique store, more specifically an antique mall. It's a little more curated than a thrift store is, so you never know what we're gonna find in there. So let's go inside and cross our fingers that we can find a Groovy Girl, because this might be one of our last options that we have. But let's get in there. And after walking around for about an hour and again finding nothing, I came up with the bright idea to start utilizing some tools that we have, because we have technology. So I decided to hop on Facebook Marketplace to see if anybody nearby was selling them. But upon me looking through many posts, there was one post in particular that caught my attention. So now I had a new lead, which ended up being in Plano, Texas, which is where I knew I had to head next. First of all, this place is huge, and I have to go through every booth with a fine-tooth comb in order to see if I can find these Groovy Girls. So we have our work cut out, but hopefully they're here. Let's get to looking. Now, when I first got here, I really thought this was gonna be easy, especially when one of the first booths that I found there was this one and this one. I thought surely they would have been here, but I do not see them. Trying to look down there, under here. Nope, same here. Don't see them here. We're just gonna have to keep looking. This is the monkey from Madagascar. That is dope. That's a maybe. I've never seen that before. We got Barney and Baby Bop. That's just a classic. Oh, no way. This freaking Power Ranger pillow is dope. Sid the Sloth. I don't know, man. I'm not seeing them so far. Of course, the posts might have been old, but I don't know. Like I said, there's so many things here. Maybe I'm just going over them too fast. But either way, we have to keep looking. I gotta find one of these things. This is sick. I've never seen this before. A vintage Ninja Turtles helmet. I feel like my neck is breaking from so many things. This place has so much stuff. Jackie would love that too. She loves Rio. You got a vintage Chip and Dale. You got Fozzie Bear. You got some vintage stuff. It's just not what I'm looking for. Actually, is this? Oh, that's a Beanie Baby. We're almost at the end, and I'm not finding them. No way. If they were snakes, they would have bit me right in the face. They're right here. I don't know why I didn't see them, but I'm so happy that I found one.
So everything comes out to $35.73.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen, and that is how you do that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I did not think that I was gonna find these. So yeah, now Jackie has, and it's so cool to say, Jackie has her very own Groovy Girls. This was so much fun. Like, this was, and they're not even for me, and I still had a blast. Like, being able to hunt something down and to actually find it is crazy. To know that Jackie's gonna have these in a couple days, it's so badass. I didn't want to get them offline. That's too easy. And they also had, which was insane, they also had the horse. If any of you had these, let me know, because these are so cool. And I know Jackie told me they have like couches for them and cars, and there's like a car backpack. These things are so cool. So now we're just gonna get these wrapped up for Jackie, and then we'll give them to her whenever she gets home. So Jackie is getting the Groovy Girls. I figured we have a little fun with this. So we're gonna get her a Barbie doll and prank her like that's the surprise. Like she had at the beginning of the video. Kind of full circle, it'll be pretty funny. I think this one will work. All right, so we got Jackie's Barbie. Now we're gonna give her the Groovy Girls, probably tomorrow for sure.
Tomorrow for sure.
Because I do have a little surprise for you. So just stay there.
Did you find one?
And I'll be right back. There's your present.
That's a Barbie. I don't want a stupid Barbie. I want a Groovy Girl. You're making me nervous. What is it?
I don't know what it is.
I'm nervous. My God, there's so many of them. Where'd you find them?
It's a long story.
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I'm already crying.
I didn't know you were gonna cry.
Why would you do that?
I didn't know you were gonna cry.
I always wanted one.
You don't have to give me a hug,
I don't only have one. I have two. Lily. It's Lily and this is Sasha.
Okay.
Groovy Girls.
The pony's really cool. I did not expect it to be like that. I don't know. I'd never seen one in person, so I didn't know what to expect.
I waited 23 years.
So there's only one thing to do now. Okay, give me that smile.
So my
Look at
parents
you.
would say. They would say. I think my mom was like, "Okay, time to take a picture." And I was like, "I don't want this." And then she'd be like, "Put it up." It's not funny. Groovy Girls.